Welcome back to another edition of Vikings Film Room, brought to you by the Vikings Entertainment Network. I'm your host, Pete Bercich. Well, the Minnesota Vikings head out east this weekend to take on the division-leading Baltimore Ravens. And when you think of this Ravens squad, you think of one guy, Lamar Jackson. Let's do a deep dive on Lamar Jackson and find out what makes him, I think, the most unique talent in the NFL, and then what the Vikings are going to have to do to slow him down. Now, the first thing that you're going to see with Lamar Jackson, you're not going to see with most NFL quarterbacks, are design runs, like the run options. It's pretty amazing what they do with him. And on this first play against the Bengals, what you're going to see, you'll see the tight end go in motion. And as soon as the ball is snapped and the running back gets to the mesh point, you'll see that the offensive tackle just goes right up to the second level and blocks the linebacker, leaving the defensive end free. But look up top. That's what's important. The tight end up to the next level to block the linebacker. By the time Lamar pulls this thing down, you have three nice blocks out on the edge. Boom, first down. So he's an unbelievably good running threat. All right, another design running play for Lamar Jackson. This is one that he's going to end up keeping. But if you watch the Bengals, they start out and then they shift over. They have 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. And it's really a great block, great reach block by the center, Brad Bozeman, to spring Lamar Jackson loose. As he gets to the outside, you'll see he sees his tackle, 72, able to get up and get to that second level. Lamar's able to, boom, cut this thing back, get cut back on another tackle, and if it wasn't for the great pursuit of the backside defensive lineman, that would have been a touchdown. A great, great runner. Well, Lamar just isn't great at running the football, and he's not just great at the RPO. He's also great as a drop back passer, and you'll see in this play, he's going to set in the pocket, and he's going to find Marquise Brown, his wide receiver. You'll see Marquise at the bottom of your screen. Lamar takes his ball, sits in the pocket. Brown just does that little double step, gets that corner to settle, and then works his way back outside away from the safety that's sitting around the 20-yard line. Throws a perfect ball, great speed by Brown, touchdown in the back of the end zone. So after you figure out how to stop him as a runner, as an RPO guy, and as a drop back passer, he can also scramble to set things up. And this is going to be a perfect example. Is he going to hit Rashad Bateman? But you get the motion by the fullback, the run fake, he gets to the top of his drop, and when you freeze it at the top of his drop, and what you're going to see is this deep route coming over. It's going to take a little more time for it to develop. So what Lamar does is he just scrambles a little bit, steps up in the pocket, buys a little time for that deep over route to come open, and it's a great throw to Rashad Bateman for a first down. All right, the other thing that Lamar loves, he loves his tight ends. And you'll see another play action, slows down the rush. He gets to the top of his drop, has plenty of time, makes a move, and scrambles his way to the throwing side. So you got whoever's playing left defensive end, you got to protect that side of the field. And Lamar throws the ball behind him to the tight end, makes a great throw. You're going to have to keep an eye on all these tight ends, Mark Andrews in that case. Another example of Lamar Jackson extending plays with his feet. When he gets to the top of his drop, you're going to see that there really isn't anybody open. At the bottom of your screen, corner and the safety have the receiver bracket. Then up top, Lamar gets to the top of his drop, doesn't see anything. And you see those linebackers settle right in the middle of the field. And the receiver does a great job of settling and right between them. He has that alleyway, boom, throws the football, moves the chains. Great job. We mentioned the tight ends earlier. He loves throwing to Mark Brown. I think they provide bigger targets, a bigger catch radius. So, top of his drop, there's a pass rush right at his feet. He's able to get that ball right over the top and find that hole in between the linebackers and the safeties, and that's where the big tight ends love to run routes. In this case, 2 tight ends, 2 backs in the backfield, heavy personnel, guard pulls, that pulls up the linebacker. And as Lamar gets to the top of his drop, he's going to see his tight end, Josh Oliver, just get behind those linebackers again. And when this ball is thrown, this guy is 10 yards open. So nice job by Lamar Jackson to get to the top of his drop, be patient, deliver that strike, and another big play. So the guy can really do everything a little bit. All right, now, what can Lamar do better? Well, this is a situation where he gets to the top of his drop. In this case, Lamar Jackson, top of his drop. You're going to see the receiver in the middle of the field right before Lamar throws it and steps up. I mean, he is wide open, but he doesn't pull the trigger. So for some reason, just doesn't want to do that, pulls that thing down, always feels comfortable running. But if you can get him to do that, then you have the ability to stop him or slow down this offense. One more example of Lamar leaving a little bit of meat on the bone here. The tight end runs a nice little shallow route, and that just pulls out all the underneath coverage. That route by the tight end pulls a linebacker and the middle safety, but Brown on the top of your screen is running a deep end. This is a throw most NFL quarterbacks will take and most NFL quarterbacks will make, but in this case, he sees too much green, pulls that thing down, still almost gets to the first down regardless, but he left the receiver open down the field. So overall, Lamar Jackson's an unbelievably unique talent. He can run like no other quarterback in the league. That opens up the RPO. The Baltimore Ravens do a great job setting those things up. He can also scramble, so he gets to the top of that drop. The challenge of the Vikings is going to be to change up the front, to not let Lamar get comfortable, to make him see something but actually experience something else. Mixing it up all day, and without Danielle Hunter, it's going to be a tough challenge for the Minnesota Vikings defense.